It's nearly 8:45. Now, last week we told you how Coronation Street had been having that emotional journey of Paul Foreman, exploring the challenges of coming to terms and living with motor neuron disease. His character died on the programme.
Now the programme is tackling another tough subject and raising awareness of what it's like living with a stoma. In a new storyline, Lucy Fallon's character, Bethany Platt, contracts sepsis as a result of botched cosmetic surgery abroad, leaving her with a permanent stoma.
Well, joining us here on the sofa this morning is our friend Gill Castle, who you'll remember has told us before about how she had to have a colostomy, it's called, isn't it, after suffering a 4th-degree tear during the birth of her son back in 2011.
Yeah.
Good morning. Lovely to see you, Gill. What do you think of the fact that Corrie is turning its attention to stomas?
It's epic for the stoma community. Yeah, I mean, the reaction last night on social media has just gone boom, and rightly so. You know, Coronation Street is huge. The audience figures are massive, and Colostomy UK have done a fantastic job of getting involved in that storyline. Yeah.
How can stories like this, when a soap opera reflects real life like this, how can that help people who are living with this in their own reality?
Well, the first thing it does is normalise it straight away, and that's what we want. You know, we don't want this to be something that's something to be ashamed of or stigma. You want to be able to see it on national television, just part of a storyline, and it also enables people who are maybe living at home with a stoma, you know, maybe contact their friends and their family about it if they're struggling a bit. So I think it just takes a bit of the mystery away from having a stoma.
And I guess that there are so many different reasons for having a stoma. We talked about yours as a result of an incident during birth.
Yeah.
We spoke to Adele Roberts, the DJ, before about her experience with bowel cancer. The story of Bethany on Coronation Street is another story again about a cosmetic surgery gone wrong. Yeah.
Oh, there are so many different reasons. I mean, I know a lady whose bowel perforated in the fast lane of the M4. You know, these are the kind of things that happen to people, and they end up with a stoma as a result. And
so how did that happen?
I don't really know how that happened, but no, she must have had a bowel perforation or something like that. But and diverticulitis, that's another reason why someone would have a stoma, which is another bowel disease. Like you say, childbirth, people have car accidents, and Colostomy UK have done research to show that every 39 minutes in the UK someone has stoma surgery. So I'm actually more surprised when I find people who don't know someone with a stoma. It's very, very common.
And in terms of this particular storyline, what's the thing that you hope it changes the most for people who are living with a stoma and their relatives and family and anyone they might have to talk to? What's like the one practical difference that would really help?
Removing loneliness. That is the most important thing of all when you're going through this. It won't necessarily make it, you know, make your problems disappear, because when you have a stoma, it's not like a magic wand. You know, for example, this morning I had to think about what I was going to eat before I came on the sofa. There are adjustments that you have to continue to make, but just knowing that there are other people living with something like that you're living with, that's a big, big boost to your personal health.
Why loneliness? What is it that makes people lonely when going through this process?
Because it's something that a lot of people don't want to talk about. I mean, let's face it, you're talking about your bowel movements, and who wants to talk about their bowel movements? I mean, here I am sitting on national television talking about my bowel movements. It's not really something that the British do, is it? But this is a reality of something that so many of us worldwide, actually, are living with. So I just think it's really important for human nature to be part of a community. And if you don't feel part of your community because you've got a stoma, then that's, you know, that has such an enormous impact on your mental health and your well-being. So
you've been very much at the part of that community and trying to forge links, not least when we saw you this time last year, wasn't it? Swimming across the channel. The first person with a stoma to achieve that. And you wanted to show what is possible. Here are these pictures again. I love these pictures of you celebrating on the beach when you finished. That was a year ago. And we just noticed on your arm as you came in this morning that you have an update. What would you like to show us?
Well, I've got my tattoo. I don't know if you can see it there.
That's it.
Yeah, so this is my actual track, and we've got a mermaid with a stoma bag. So that is now on my arm, and that's the date of my swim, which was the 12th of the 9th, which was last year.
Mermaid with a stoma.
Yeah,
so
bring it on.
That kind of says it. Bring it on. I mean, that kind of says it all, doesn't it? That you want to be out there and explaining.
Yeah. Because your life isn't over when you have a stoma. I mean, like I've touched on, yes, you do have little daily adaptations that you have to go through, but you know, you can still get out there and enjoy your life. And I really hope that this is brought into Coronation Street as well, that they show her with these little adaptations that you have to make, but also just embracing it, really.
Living.
Yeah.
Jill, it is great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you.
Lovely to see you. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's nearly 10 to